I know a stream, as fast-flowing as any other, except that its eddies and ripples take longer to dissipate. Some may linger for a minute or a day, others for centuries. Even after the eddies have faded and been overwashed by others, they perhaps remain as contrary or complementary swirls and currents beneath the surface. The sands and silts at the bottom are stirred by movements which might have originated somewhere upstream in past millennia. These may even, at times known only to water, swirl upward to the surface once more. Some such eddies are nature's own creations, stirred by winds or trouts' tails. Others are the stream's own, for the stream has its laws of physics, which build the rhythms of its waters and tune the natural music of its tricklings and babbles. Some are made by human beings, who may wade into the stream for a moment or a lifetime. It is all the same to the stream. And when they dip their fingers and begin to swirl, the water responds in gleaming French curves, Mobius strips, whorls made out of words, pigments, tones. But none of these human ripple makers can be certain that the eddies drifting downstream from their extended fingers are entirely of their own making. For the water they have stirred is full of the currents of upstream disturbances left by others, minutes, centuries, millennia ago, swirled in with the curves scribed by trout and the motion of the stream itself. Not every ripple in the stream is harmonious. Sometimes the strongest, most strident ripples predominate, and the more delicate and beautiful ripples are engulfed. Some have sought to build kingdoms out of ripples, great palaces with round ramparts of water stolen from under the fingers of others. Some have used reflections and refractions in the stream itself as a means of deluding others and themselves. Some have suggested that the ripples we seek to make disguise some darker purpose, that the eddies must be read against their currents, and that even then we will not know ourselves by staring into swirls. Some have been hypnotized, seeking meaning in worlds which their makers only intended to be beautiful, and have drowned. Some have insisted that swirls are not things in themselves, that they only simulate an existence from the surrounding air and sand and stone. Some have lost sight even of their own fingers. It is believed by some that the stream splits and meanders, returns upon itself, and is so enriched. For others, this is heresy. There is one stream, and the rivulets which depart from it sink into the earth, never to return. Some have sought to make eddies contrary to the rhythms of the stream. Many of these have been mere cacophonies in water. Others have become gorgeous, abstract, atonal counter-swirls in the inexorable flow, and the stream has formed oxbows entirely for their sake. Come, dip into the stream beside me, put your hands in too. Twine your fingers with mine a moment. Let us make a swirl which might not be our own. Water has its own hedonism. We have no other motive for dipping hands. Somewhere this stream must meet a sea, or a larger river, but we will never go there. The swirl that touched our fingers will go there, though, and we will never know whether, at the time of its confluence, it will yet bear the imprint of our fingers. Only the stream knows.